Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Ernie C, the Gap Tooth Genius, and this is going to be episode 80 of the S.T.S Podcast. Our guest traveled today to shoot the shit with us, and I got pro wrestler Romeo Cruz. My guy, what's up, bro?
What's good, bro? How you doing, man?
Man, thank you for coming out again, my G. We'll talk about that later in the podcast.
Yeah, man.
I'm really excited to have you, bro. This is your first podcast?
My first podcast ever, bro.
I'm honored to be on your first pod, my guy. Where'd you travel from, bro?
Well, I live in Yucaipa.
Okay.
So that's like by San Bernardino.
That's a drive.
So it's like a 3-hour drive from here.
My guy came all the way over here to shoot the shit with EC3, man. And again, Gap Tooth Genius, host, founder. And, bro, we've been talking about doing this podcast for a long, long time. We were just talking about like 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2019.
We first linked and just got caught wind of each other. And I know with the pandemic and everything, it was kind of a pause in the career right now, especially when there's no fans and there's not a lot going on in general in the sporting event, I guess, area, right?
Yeah.
So everything's been a little slow, but things are starting to pick up. I knew you just had a match recently, and we'll talk about that right now. Being a pro wrestler and what it means to you and just your journey, my guy.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to thank you for being on the pod, bro.
Definitely, bro. Anytime, man. Anytime.
I know, my
Bakersfield. You know we gotta represent. Yeah, take care of each other, man.
So let's start from the beginning. I'm gonna call you Alex. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay, Alex. Let's start from the beginning, my guy. So, are you from Bakersfield? I know you're out in San Bernardino now. What's your story? How did that journey start?
I'm from Bakersfield, man. I lived out here all my life. Here in Wasco.
Okay. Shout out to Wasco.
Yeah, shout out Wasco.
And how'd you end up in San Bernardino?
I just found a house out there. I was gonna move to Riverside and ended up finding a house in Yucaipa.
Okay.
Because the company I work for, I wrestle for, is out there.
What's the company called?
EWF, Empire Wrestling Federation.
Empire Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, ran by Jesse Hernandez.
Shout out to Jesse.
Yeah.
So now you're in San Bernardino for your profession.
Yeah, definitely.
That's where you're getting your work at right now.
Yeah, that's all. That's why I moved over there. It's all for wrestling. Everything's for wrestling. You know what I mean?
The sacrifice and whatnot. Okay, so before we get into wrestling, bro, at least you becoming a professional wrestler. Where does that journey start? When did you first find your love for pro wrestling?
Man, it happened when I was like 7 years old because I had these twin best friends and they're a little older than me, so that was like during the Attitude Era. You know, when it was like big, so everybody was in it.
10 million people were watching a night.
Yeah, crazy, bro. And
definitely.
We would just go to Blockbuster, man, and rent the videos. You know what I mean? VCR or VHS. I mean.
And so how old are you?
I'm 25.
So back in the day, y'all, we would go rent video. It wasn't like we had the network or Peacock or we could just go on YouTube. We had to go rent these hard copy videos for 5 days and
then bring them back
to check out the latest, greatest wrestling. Did you watch WWE or WCW growing up?
No, I was watching WWE. Like my first memory I recall is Undertaker and Mankind when he threw him off the Hell in a Cell. Man, that's like the first memory I really thought of.
Oh my God, they killed him.
Yeah.
Fucking JR, dude. Oh God, dude, real fast. So I know this is kind of off topic, but WrestleMania 17, The Rock and Stone Cold, dude, JR, and you guys don't know him, he's the legendary commentator. He elevated that match. He takes that shit to different levels, just like he did with Mankind and Undertaker. I think he is the voice of wrestling, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely.
To this fucking day. I love JR, bro. I know it's kind of off topic, but that's just kind of like my fandom. I love wrestling, dude. And that's why I wanted to have you on. I really love wrestling. You see the room, got fucking Macho Man.
Hulk Hogan. I seen that, man. Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm a big, AEW, Lucha Underground. Do you remember Lucha
Lucha
Underground?
Yeah, I used to watch. That was tight, bro.
That was different, right?
Yeah, Prince Puma, Johnny, all them, bro.
Dude, Prince Puma's... we went to a showing, actually. I'd never been to studio wrestling before. I know they did that back in the day, but Lucha Underground was kind of like studio wrestling modern times, and it was cool to see Prince Puma, and I know Rey Mysterio came out, and man, I forgot the damn big guy, dude. Was it Monseca or something? I forgot his damn name, but dude, that was different. That was a cool experience.
It was different, man. It was cool, man.
And we were talking about how you went to NXT when they came into town.
Yeah.
When Shinsuke first came into the company, and Samoa Joe,
Ty Dillinger, all that.
Perfect 10,
dude,
bro.
I
love him at AEW though. Some people really sleep on him, but again, that's why I really wanted you on, bro. Pro wrestling is a passion of mine. Just as a fan, and you as a pro wrestler, this is how you eat. This is how you grind, bro. Yeah. So it's pretty cool to see that and see, the love you have for it. When you were coming up, bro, what was your athletic background? What made you think, you're taking you're taking if you played sports in high school, that this could transfer over to pro wrestling.
Well, I always been good at sports, so I did like all three sports. I did football, wrestling, and baseball. Mm-hmm. And I was always good, but I was like, I'm like 5'8", 5'9", you know what I mean? Like, at the time, there was like Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, all the little guys. Mm-hmm. And I saw them and I'm like, damn, they can do that. Like, I'm going to do that, you know what I mean?
What high school did you go to?
West High.
West High? Oh, okay. West High in the building.
Vikings,
cool. Hell yeah, Vikings. Foothill guy right here, my guy.
Okay.
No, I'm at Highland now. That's why I just got out of practice. But, yeah, dude, that's something I wanted to talk about. Just being 5'8", 5'9". I don't know if people know about the conversion of wrestling. It went from the land of the giants to guys like Daniel Bryan, yourself, Rey Mysterio. Yeah. Even Ricochet kind of could fit in that category. It's not, you don't got to be a big man anymore.
Yeah, definitely.
Was Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, some of your favorite wrestlers coming up?
Yeah, Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho.
Definitely. Chris Jericho, the legend.
Dean Malenko.
Oh, man.
Crazy,
that was
bro.
I love Dean Malenko.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
It's crazy how he still has a role now in the business. He's still, he's, I guess, how you say it, mentoring these guys, teaching them how to elevate their game now. I think, and that's another thing that people really need to take seriously, too. With pro wrestling, this is, the wins and losses matter. You winning is going to elevate you guys, because this is the grind. This is a Empire Wrestling Federation, right?
Yeah.
There is a champion there. That's where you want to be at. You want to be at the top of the mountain.
Definitely.
And you don't come and we don't do this for second place, right?
No, definitely not.
How competitive would you say you are? Because you put your body on the line every night. You're in a match every time you're in that ring. You're putting your body on the line.
Yeah, definitely. Every match, you're all out. You know what I mean? Because anything could happen. You get injured or stuff like that. You know what I mean?
And injuries are good, especially in a physical sport like yours. This isn't like they say, this isn't ballet. This is a physical grind every fucking match. You're trying to beat this man every fucking time. You're not intimidated. You're going against the best in the world, and you want to be the best in the world.
That's definitely. That's why you're in it. You know what I mean? You want to be number one. You want to be.
You definitely
the top dog.
Definitely, bro. And I think with especially with me podcasting, DJing, I don't do this shit to be in second. I do this shit because I want to be mentioned at least with the best. When they talk about podcasting, DJing, oh fuck, Ernie. When you talk about wrestling, oh Romeo, man, Romeo, I forgot my guy, the young Don, Romeo Cruz. I'm sorry about that, my guy. I need to give you the proper intro. We got the young Don in the motherfucking house.
The young Don, Romeo Cruz, the king of Don style.
The king of Don
yes,
style,
sir.
Bro. And you know what we're gonna talk about? Let's talk before we became the young Don. When did you first start saying, hey, I could start doing this, pursuing this dream of pro wrestling?
Probably early junior year, man, football season. Yeah, because I bought the game again, bro, and I slowly got back into it. I noticed all my homies like wrestling on the low. You know what I mean? It's like no one really wants to say it, but...
No, definitely.
And then we all started messing with it again, and that's it, bro. I was like, dang, I could really do this, you know? So since junior year, I've been trying to go after it. Yeah.
When you start saying, hey, I want to become a pro wrestler, this isn't like, hey, I want to go become a fucking firefighter, a cop, a teacher, you know. What research has to be done in order to find where you could get your training at? This isn't something you could go in the corner and just find out, hey, I want to start becoming a pro wrestler. I want to start that climb to the top of the mountain. Where did you start researching? What I guess your considerations where you wanted to go learn your craft?
I was just searching on Google, you know what I mean? I found a school in Florida I was going to go to, and I ended up finding SWA, Storm Wrestling Academy by Lance Storm in Canada, and I just stacked up, and I ended up going.
Man, and people need to realize, too, Lance Storm is one of the greatest technical wrestlers ever. Did some research, Storm Wrestling Academy, Tyler Breeze, Emma, Peyton Royce, you know, she's been in the news lately. One of my favorite woman wrestlers. She could go.
Yeah.
So... You know, when you're going to this prestigious academy to train to become a pro wrestler, what are your thoughts entering to this? Is this something you're kind of scared to fail in, or is it something like, this is what I want to do? I'm going to do whatever the fuck it takes to get it done.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I wanted to go to one of the top schools. You know what I mean? And just learn from one of the best.
Definitely.
It's a journey, man. That's how crazy is that to go to Canada from Bakersfield. You know what I mean? I'm living out there 3 freaking months. I'm 20 years old, bro. I'm a little kid still. You know, I don't.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
20 years old going to fucking camp. Dude, we can't even go. Some people can't even go to fucking San Diego. You're going to another country to go pursue this dream. And I know from the outside looking in, like, this, they don't know what it takes to get there. The avenue. So you have to kind of, no one taught you this game. No one taught you how to be a pro wrestler, or how to get, I guess, acclimated, how to meet your connections, how to make a name for yourself. This is something you have to learn on your own, right?
Yeah, definitely.
What's been what was the biggest lesson you learned training at the Storm Wrestling Academy? Again, prestigious wrestling academy, and this is where, if you want to become one of the best, this is where you go. Not everybody has the privilege of going there.
Yeah. Oh my! I mean, I learned a lot. I learned like the basics. Mostly, it was just all fundamentals because you gotta be really good at the basics. You know what I mean? You don't want to go and try to do all the crazy stuff if you're not really that good at the basics. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like basketball, like DJing. There's fundamentals to this
fundamentals
thing in order to get to the next level.
Definitely, yeah.
And how long was your? How long did you stay there? How long was it? I guess it's a 3-month course, right?
Yeah, 3 months training. Yeah.
What was the biggest lesson you learned from that experience?
Just I'd say just gaining confidence, going after my dream, chasing my dreams. You know what I mean? It takes a lot to do all that. You know what I mean?
And when you started going to Canada, started telling your parents, your friends, how did they accept that? Were they kind of, let's go, Alex, do your thing? Or were they kind of like, I don't know, you need to think twice about that, my guy?
Definitely. A lot of people were talking like downgrading my me wanting to go to Canada and stuff. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, my dad didn't really like it. He wanted me to finish school and all that stuff, but I felt like if I would have did that, I wouldn't have went. You know what I mean?
Live with regret.
Yeah, I would have lived with regret. I would have been like, dang, I could have did that. I didn't want to push, like, how do I say? I didn't want to grow up and just be like, dang, I should have did that and then regret it. You know what I mean? But my mom was real supportive of it. So that's good.
So you would say your parents are your biggest inspirations now. And when you're climbing this mountain, people need to realize when you're doing your profession, this isn't given to you. You got to go get that shit.
Yeah, definitely.
You never know when your next match is going to be. You never know if anything may happen to you in this ring. Because like I said, it's not ballet. You're putting your life on the line every match.
Yeah, definitely.
So with your first match, how did that come about? And how did you feel with that first match? Walking in, I'm sure this is something you kind of learned to fly. This is not made it's like boxing, bro. UFC, you're walking into this fucking battle. This is war you're about to go in. Yeah. How did you prepare yourself for that?
It was just a learning experience, man. My first match, you know what I mean? Getting in front of a crowd, like, that's different than training matches and all that, you know what I mean? So I definitely learned from that. And just I had to do you just got to do it, you know what I mean? And just get better with time. The best way to learn is from experience. So yeah.
So from your first match to your last match, what do you think has been the biggest obstacle to overcome?
Just let's see. I don't know, just having the confidence, you know what I mean? Confidence to do it.
Definitely. You feel like you're getting better with every match.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like compared to 2020 when the pandemic happened, like I feel like I grew a lot. Just it gave me a lot of more time to think, and you know what I mean? And really get with my character and get with myself, you know what I mean? Like back then I was just Romeo Cruz. Now I'm Romeo Cruz, a young Don, you know what I mean? I got something to work with.
What do you think, when people see the young Don Romeo Cruz, how would you, who is that person? Who are you to the audience who doesn't watch a lot of wrestling? How would you describe yourself?
I would just say I'm just fun to watch, you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people, I'm likable. A lot of people are going to like what I do in the ring and just enjoyable, yeah. And
you're gonna it's like I see when you wrestle, it's like you overcome whatever your opponent gives you. You're trying to always outdo them, outsmart them, staying in condition. You're a well conditioned athlete.
Yeah.
How important is it to have that stamina, to have that extra gear?
It's really important, man, because it's like it's tough being in the ring. You know what I mean? You gotta work on the cardio. You gotta It's you got to be in ring shape. You got to be strong. You got to be working out, all that stuff. So,
because this isn't like boxing where you get to go 3 rounds and you get that break for a minute, get that little pep talk from your trainer. There's nothing like that. You're going to war 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and you're trying to outdo your opponent every time. Who of course, your opponent's trying to get to the fucking top too. You're an obstacle in their lane, and you guys all want that top spot.
Definitely. Yeah.
paying your dues with that, is that something that you just know, you have a love for the business. You know that you're going from the top of the mountain, starting from the bottom, I guess you can stay.
Work your way up.
Is that something you really take to heart, paying your dues to the business?
Yeah, it's that grind, you know what I mean? It's not going to come right away. It's just, it's going to be years.
Mm-hmm. I think, we all, if wrestling fans, we've heard that, the people before us always paved the way for men like you who have dreams of becoming that top guy. I don't know if it's top guy to you means like WWE. There's people forget too. WWE is not the main stop. Just like basketball, there's leagues in Japan. There's leagues in France. Yeah. There's wrestling in Japan. There's different styles in the world for wrestling. What type of style would you say you have?
I say more like the technical mat work, stuff like that.
And why did you choose that style?
Just from my favorite wrestlers, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like Shawn Michaels, Daniel Bryan, The Rock. Mm-hmm. So you kind of want to like rub off on them or imitate them a little bit, you know what I mean?
And with wrestling, I think everything's kind of, I'm sure you heard, I'm not a wrestler, but you just hear that you kind of always take from the past and make it your own. Is that something you really like to do?
Yeah, definitely. Like in one of my last match, one of my that drop down and sit back drop kick, I got that from the Shawn Michaels Bret Hart match.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one was that? Was that the WrestleMania one?
Yeah, WrestleMania 60-minute match.
Oh, yeah. Man, I think we talked about this too. I was ashamed, dude. I love wrestling so much, but I just watched that match. So do you kind of like, you want to elevate your craft, you want to get better. Are you watching your matches to say, hey, even though, I did what I wanted to do, there's things I could do to get better? Or are you watching stuff from back in the day, even if it's from 2001, 2002, when you were just that, that inner child of us, like we go back and it's nostalgia, but you're going back to these old matches and saying, hey, I can fucking do that now. I'm in a position to do that.
Yeah, definitely. I see stuff and I'm like, oh, I could do that. Oh, I could do that. You know what I mean? And I'll just try to put it in my game. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who do you look to now? I guess the mainstream. What wrestlers do you really respect in the game now? That hey, I want to be like that. Or I would love to have a match with them.
Yeah, like Jordan Devlin.
Jordan, okay,
he's
that's
a beast,
an underrated name. Okay.
Jordan Devlin, bro.
Man, no one in the podcast is gonna know the fuck that is, bro.
Yeah, Jordan Devlin, Jonathan Gresham.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. How do you watch a lot of AEW, NXT?
More NXT, yeah.
I think that's what we're talking about. That's the more technical wrestling. That's more. It's less fireworks, but more grounded, more underground, more. I guess what they're doing here, they're really trying to, pay homage to the art.
Yeah.
And I think it is an art, bro. I think it's an art 100%, like what you're doing. And I respect that. I really do. Like I said, I've always loved wrestling. Just to have you on, just kind of talking about your profession. I know a lot of wrestlers don't really talk. They don't come on podcasts. That's not a thing to do. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate you coming on, my guy, and just talking about your career and whatnot.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me, man.
How do you at EWF? How do you like it there? Which you said the owner Jesse.
Jesse Hernandez.
So I guess you're working for him. How does it feel to work for him?
He's a great man. I learned a lot of my experience, and everything I've learned is basically from him. You know what I mean? So I'm growing. He's helping me grow, helping me become Romeo Cruz,
and giving you and putting you in a position to go to the top of the mountain.
Yes.
And again, that's what it is with your sport. We're not here to fuck around. We're here to get these W's, get these wins, show the crowd, because I'm sure you guys feed off that energy. It's all about the crowd, and
yeah, definitely.
I think. And I know it's difficult with the pandemic and whatnot, but once they start coming back, bro, I think that's gonna be something. They're gonna be so fucking ready to pop. They're gonna want to. Yeah. They want someone like you who 5'8", defeating these fucking giants. I think the match we're gonna watch later. This guy wasn't a 5'7" guy. He's a big man. He was pushing you to your limits. He was trying to beat you down. He was trying to take what was yours. That I guess that brass ring.
Yeah.
So. Is that something that really pushes you? Like, that someone wants to take you out every match?
Yeah, so that's why I'm at the gym working every day. You know what I mean? I'm trying to train as much as I can, just craft my skill, get as good as possible.
And that's a lot of, and I'm sure too. Besides the gym, being in the ring a lot, just working out a lot, working on things that you want to happen in the ring.
Yeah.
Is that something that is gonna you have to do consistently, right? Just like being in the gym at basketball, we have to keep working.
Every day.
Every day?
Yeah, every day.
I like that, my guy. So with the Young Don, where did you get that? What is Is that homage to anybody? Where did you get the Young Don from?
Well, because I'm a hip hop head, a lot of rappers.
Yeah.
It's always say the Young Don, you know what I mean? I'm like, dang, that's dope. Like, I'm gonna be that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So
we all want to be Ricky Ross was the Teflon Don.
Teflon Don, yeah.
Biggie was the Black Frank White. Things like that. You want to be the boss. You want to be the man they look up to. Like, that motherfucker got clout. And it's not clout like they see on the internet. Like, motherfuckers do that for attention. We're talking about the guy with clout who has power, who can make shit happen.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's something like, and you're building your brand right now with the Young Don.
Yep.
I like it, bro. Like, I love the shirt.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank you,
the
man.
shirt, my guy. And I love wrestling. I love wrestling gear, bro. That's my thing. I like so many, like Y2J, Chris Jericho. Like, I just love collecting shirts, dude. So I appreciate the love.
Yeah,
my guy.
definitely, man.
And dude, you see the
right here.
EC3, my guy?
EC3 right here. I got it.
I like it, bro. Did you see the little NWO homage I liked on that?
Oh, okay.
The Vital Four, my guy. Execution, consistency, perseverance, and luck, bro. That's the four things we gotta make, my guy. With hip hop, bro, who would you say your favorite hip hop artists are?
Let's see. I listen to a lot of hip hop, bro. Probably like J. Cole, Jay-Z, Pop Smoke, R.I.P. Move Back Baby, Talk to Me Nice.
Yeah,
crazy, bro.
Man, Nip, long live Nip, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
When he got killed that day, man, I went down. I was actually in Carson. I went down there that night. Wild night. I think it was like I really take hip hop seriously, so it's like a pilgrimage I made. That was like the night Pac died, the night Biggie died. You gotta walk there and pay respect to that
definitely,
shit.
Definitely, yeah.
Rick Ross is one of my favorite rappers ever. Love Ricky, what he does. I love I know I was talking about DMX. Rest in peace, DMX.
Yeah, R.I.P., man.
God, dude, we bumped. DMX has been a fucking regular in our lives since we were like 8, 9, 10 years old.
Yeah.
Like, I love DMX. You said J. Cole, Kendrick. I've been a Kendrick fan forever. Do you like J-Rock and like soul and all
I like, yeah, they cool, yeah.
Who else would we
They
have?
got Isaiah Rashad, Reason.
God, dude. Yeah, dude.
I like Jid. A lot of them are the Dreamville and TD.
Who's the one? I got dreams of being rich, huh? I forgot what the hell the guy's name. It's all Dream.
I got Cause.
Yeah,
he's hard,
my
bro.
thing, bro. That was like one of my favorite songs ever, bro.
That song's hard, yeah.
And so with hip hop, how much do you incorporate hip hop with what you do?
Yeah, bro. Like, it's like my life. Not my life, but it's like a daily thing. Mm-hmm. I'm always listening to music. You know what I mean? I'm at the gym listening to music. It's like keeps you going, hearing their stories and all that. It gives you motivation, all that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. Well, especially with DJing. Like, I'm always trying to find that next best. Like, every hit. I'm not really looking for hip hop anymore. I'm looking for something that's gonna get the woman on the dance floor. I think at least for me, it's about how we can get these ladies on the dance floor now, because we always gonna want what the ladies want.
Yeah.
So I know we were talking about Lloyd Banks.
I seen that. Yeah, the Lloyd Banks Hungry for More.
Dude, that's one of my guys. Dude,
that's a classic,
crazy. Bro. I love that fucking album, bro. There's I Get High is my shit. When it was Snoop, that was my cut. On Fire.
On Fire, yeah.
That cut with Tony Yayo. There's a cut. What the hell it's called? I'm sure it's back there. Black Rob, rest in peace. Like, we've had these for years on this wall. Like, I've always been a Black Rob fan. So to see that he passed away the other day, man, it's been super crazy, dude. Let me see. Who else do we be fucking with the hip hop? You were mentioning Fabulous.
Fabulous, yeah.
The Locks. You were talking
the Locks. Yeah, I just got into them. Yeah, I listened to the new album. It was pretty dope.
Do you like Goody Mob and shit?
Nah, who's that?
Goody Mob is it's a group down south. They were actually fucking with Outkast for a long time. They're part of like that organized noise. It was part of that movement they had back in the day, and they came up out of it. Like CeeLo, I'm sure you know.
CeeLo Green?
Yeah, bro. Shit. That's his original group. Check them out, my guy. I love that shit. They have a thing called their debut album back in the day was called Soul Food. And man, it's gorgeous, bro. It's like it's a soul food hip hop album. I think you're like that type of stuff. Are you into like down south music? I guess you could say.
Like Texas.
Like I guess Pimp C, Bun B,
yeah, they're cool.
Scarface. Yeah. Who else is from music? I don't really care for Little Flip and shit like that. When I think of Texas music, Slim Thug, Paul Wall,
yeah, Mike Jones. The man, they had that run, bro, for a minute.
They had that fucking chopped and screw shit was really popping, my guy. I love that stuff, bro. So when you're wrestling, dude, how do you compare? I guess where you're at now, is that kind of like the underground? Like you're paying your dues now. You're trying to get you're making a name for yourself in the underground, just so you can get noticed by these top companies. Right?
Yeah, just working my way up. You know what I mean? Each match, just trying to get better and better. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about, you were talking about you want to work in Japan. How is the Japan style different from the American style?
I think there's a little more hard hitting, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Strong style, you know what they say?
They're ruthless, dude. You see these fucking matches with Jericho went to go, him and Omega, dude, they were fucking each other up. Like, it's a little different. I think we hold back a little bit. It's not even about being at the top. It's just about fucking simply being the best and just trying to beat this. Like, I want to beat this man down until you guys admit I'm the fucking man.
Yeah.
I'm the man here. It's crazy to see Jericho still in the PWI top 10. Like, he's had longevity, and you said that that's one of your.
That's
goats.
the GOAT, bro. One of mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The last 5 years, dude. Like, you see how many times he's
reinvented himself.
Yeah, changed his look, his persona. And the crowd loves him. You see in AEW, they're fucking singing they're singing his songs and whatnot. Like, that, it's amazing, dude. It's like, I love everything about him. I've always respected his journey. And it's cool how him and Austin just did that podcast.
I watched that. Yeah, that was tight.
That was crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy, like, if you see, like, his debut with The Rock. Like,
oh yeah, definitely. That's crazy. That's a big deal. You know what I mean? Just first day, first night.
For a guy, that politic game they were playing with a WCW guy coming with their top guy.
Yeah.
He fucking killed it. The people fucking knew who he was. Promo wise, where do you get your inspiration from? Is that something that you feel like you still need to work on? Or,
yeah, definitely.
And how important is that part of your profession?
It's a big part, man. I'm just working on it. I just like study the greats, like The Rock, Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels. Mm-hmm. Just try to rub learn off them, and put my young Don stuff in it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think with them too, bro. They're so fucking witty, and they're so it just came natural to them. I don't know if we could ever see anything like that. I think Chris Jericho's honestly the last of a dying breed, especially from that Attitude Era that we grew up on.
Yeah.
Who else is left? Do you consider Christian part of that? I think he came a little bit after that. Take the F out type of shit. You know what I mean? I can't even think of Chris Jericho. Who else was in? I guess Billy Gunn, but Billy Gunn's not. He's more of a mentor and coach now.
Yeah, definitely.
Let me see. I think
that's it. Yeah,
he's the last dude. He's the last of a dying breed, and I think it's really important that what he's doing now, giving back to the next generation, giving advice, pushing them to the limits in the match. Even though he still wants that top spot, they're fucking taking a fucking lesson. Even though it's the hard way, they're fucking taking a lesson, and I think that's something that. I think the wrestling business is built on that, right? Always giving back to definitely. The next ones. And I'm sure we could talk about that in 10 years once you're established, how we get back. But I think, at least with DJing or just with life, even like why I coach basketball.
Yeah.
We're trying to get back to the next generation, trying to be what the fuck these kids didn't have when we were out west or at Foothill. Like, we didn't. I don't know about you, but for me, I didn't have anybody who could say, "Oh, you could do this shit," or "Hey, Ern, what about if you try this out? Like, I think you could have more success if you try this one." Yeah. Just give good advice, I kind of take that. I remember Arn Anderson said, this is a crazy story, but I don't know if you know what Arn Anderson is, right? So he was saying when he was coming up in the business, putting his work in, fucking fighting 3 bouts a day, somebody was, teaching, hey, you should have done that, but you could have done this a little bit better. Your promos, you could have said this to get the people really fucking sucked in. And once he got to that level, he asked the guy, how do I repay you? And he said, well, when you see a motherfucker that looked like you when I found you, you teach him the same thing I taught you. And that's how you not give back. You don't only give back to me, you give back to the business.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's crazy, dude. I think that's like the biggest life lesson I've ever fucking heard. Because I listen to like a lot of wrestling podcasts and shit. So I really took that like to heart. You know what I mean? Like, that was something I want to practice every day of my life, just giving back to the next.
Uh-huh.
And I think what you're doing with this podcast today, my guy, you're giving back to that wrestler who says, "Fuck, I don't know if I could do this."
Yeah, especially in Bakersfield,
Dude, how many wrestlers have came from Bakersfield and been successful? I can't name any. I don't know if it's just because we have so many things going on. We have basketball, football. You know, people we're YouTubing now. We're streaming games.
Yeah.
Wrestling is not an easy profession, dude. Can you kind of give people a glimpse of what it takes? It's like a daily grind.
Yeah, definitely. It got to be your life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I sacrifice a lot. Like I live out there on my own. Like I have my family over here. Like my little brother's getting big. You know what I mean? Like I don't get to see him every day.
It's a sacrifice.
You know what I mean? Like yeah, it's a sacrifice, bro.
And is that something you knew from the get go when you started this profession? Like I'm gonna have to fucking sacrifice so much of my family time, like you said, watching your little brother, you know, missing out on these important moments in her life, just to
chase the dream and
chase that
make
dream,
it and all that. Yeah,
but keep climbing that mountain, and hopefully, is that something that you really? It's like a motivation to reach that top that you could give back to them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's big motivation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I want to inspire him, and you know what I mean, be the best I could be.
How does it feel? And I'm a big brother. How does it feel like just to be, I guess, a big brother? Like they look up to you. I'm sure too. They think what you're doing is not everybody has a big brother who's pursuing the career you're pursuing. Yeah. How important is you to just keep showing them if you fucking grind, you keep.
Yeah, definitely. It's big. It's big important because it's like me chasing my dream. It shows him like he could do whatever he wants to do in his life. You know,
and not have any regrets, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I think, and that's another reason why I'm glad you're on the podcast, bro. Because I like to put people on the pod who sacrifice shit. I like people who went against all odds. Yeah. There's no guarantee you're going to that fucking top, right? I don't think there's any fucking guarantee here. You know, we're gonna be, and who knows? This podcast could be over in 10 episodes. I think it's really important that we keep showing up the audience, our listeners, that if you really pursue your fucking dream, if you go get it, it could happen. Yeah. How important is your family, bro, in your dreams now? Just the motivation every day, waking up like, fuck, if I don't go get it, how the fuck am I gonna provide for them?
Yeah, like I don't know if you ever heard that saying. It was like, what is it? Freaking, you're disrespecting the people that believe in you if you don't work hard. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you got it, bro. You got it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Is that something you wake up with every day?
Yeah, most of the time. Yeah.
Most of the time. I think that's what we need. I think every day. Like even yesterday, I caught myself bitching a little bit about, oh, fuck, I got to do this, but then I'm over here coaching, I'm over here working, I still got these gigs on the weekend. Like, why are you bitching, bro? You gotta. This is what you want. This is part of the grind. Did you? What would you tell yourself? You know, when you first started pursuing this career, before you even got to Storm Academy, what would you tell yourself looking back now? Like, what would be your motivation to tell you guys? Was it just keep going?
Just keep going, yeah. Just keep going. You had a lot of doubt, you know what I mean? When I was trying to do it, I didn't know, you know what I mean?
Did you have a lot of doubt? Bro?
No, but I'm saying like it gets in your head, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, just you just got to go after it, man.
How do you keep sharp? How do you keep that? I guess that glass half full. Especially during the pandemic, bro, it affected your career. It affected so many people's athletes' careers. Yeah. How did you just keep that? I guess that mindset of, I'm gonna stay ready. Just when my time is called, I'm gonna be fucking ready.
Yeah. That pandemic, man. I was supposed to have like a couple big matches. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But yeah, it messed everything up. You know what I mean? So you kind of like start back up, I guess. Mm-hmm. Especially like it kind of messed up my first year in wrestling. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
And have you been injured before? Is that something, like I said, this isn't fucking ballet. You're out there putting your body on the line. How have you been injured before? How do you stay, I guess, injury free? Which is hard to do in your profession.
Definitely. Yeah, I haven't really been injured, but last Tuesday I messed up my collarbone. I freaking rolled on it wrong. Mm-hmm. So I mean, hopefully it's not broken or torn or anything. You know what I mean? But I think I should be alright. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I think the people are gonna see it. Yeah, you give me a motherfucking chop.
Yeah. It kind of. I mean, I did feel it after though. You know what I mean?
I felt, dude. I got the mark on my chest, my guy. I appreciate the chop. I've never been fucking chopped. I wanted to fucking see how it felt, and that shit hurt.
Yeah. What you say? You lost your breath?
Dude, you knocked the air on me, bro. They're gonna see the video. I came up and I went back. I'm like, oh, I can't breathe yet. Yeah. That was cool, dude. I think that's something that, you know, I always wanted to, as a fan, like, I always wanted to. You see Ric fucking Flair's chopping and shit. Like, do you old school match? Let's talk a little bit of old school wrestling. Who did you watch? Besides, I know you said Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart. Did you watch a lot of Ric Flair stuff? You know,
Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat. Oh, that's tight. Yeah,
Macho Man and Steamboat, right?
Bro,
that was a fucking awesome match. Those guys really that even elevated that card, elevated the fucking game. I think that's what people start saying, like, I want to be the match that fucking steals the show. I think that's something that, do you kind of feel like that wherever the fuck you're at in this card, right? Just like, you know, a boxer under the Mayweather card, they want to fucking show people, hey, I belong here. Is that something that motivates you as a pro wrestler
yeah,
too?
man, I'm definitely trying to have the best performance and do the best I can, you know what I mean?
And I think that's how the fans are going to remember you. In your brand, because I think essentially too, you are a businessman yourself.
Yeah.
You want to get this brand off. What are ways you think you could elevate your brand?
Just more promotion, you know what I mean? More posting, social media, all that stuff.
I'm sure you're gonna get more, and once you get more fights, I guess in the future, since I think this pandemic's finally dying down.
Yeah,
you're gonna get more chances to prove what the fuck you could do in the ring.
More matches, more film on YouTube, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Do you watch a lot of your matches to kind of look over shit like, oh, I could have done this a little better, or I let him get away here, but I could have fucking ended it earlier if I would have just did this.
I mean, I watch it like once or twice, and then I kind of. I'm on to the next one. On to the next. Yeah,
we don't like looking back and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think Sci-Hi, you know what Sci-Hi the Prince is?
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta listen to his fucking mixtape, man. It's called Jackie for Beats. He says some crazy line like, we never look back unless we're trying to push the Hummer in.
Okay.
Like, that man is, one of the fucking best writers ever. What are you listening to right now? Let's go back to hip-hop. This is what I love, wrestling and hip-hop. I think people are really gonna enjoy this.
Yeah, let's see, Meek Mill. Let me check my stuff.
Meek Mill's a motherfucking beast, bro.
He's underrated, bro. He's tight. All my things.
I think, let me see who else here. You like The Game?
I like The Game, yeah. The documentary, Doctor's Advocate, LAX.
Griselda, we're talking about Griselda.
Dude, yeah, Benny.
I was fucking bumping Benny and my motherfucking phone on me. Oh, actually, I do. Let me just look at this real fast here. I'm about to put the camera.
I seen your post. What'd you say? I'm not a legend? So I seen that.
Yeah. The hustling part, the hustling line I just said right now. I was listening to Benny at practice. You guys had no idea, but it was Benny and Harry Fraud.
Yeah, that.
Dude, Harry Fraud got some beats, my guy. That's like one of my favorite producers of all time. So I kind of caught the Griselda boat late though, my guy. I just thought it was just a group Eminem sign. Oh, they're gonna pass. It's gonna.
Yeah, nah.
They're gonna no, dude. Like Benny, who's Conway, and then
West Side Gun.
Oh, West Side Gun. I really appreciate because what he does is he incorporates wrestling.
Yeah, definitely. That shit's dope to me.
I love that shit, bro. I think it's kind of like what Wu did with karate. They do it with wrestling.
Yeah,
and I think it's fucking awesome, dude, how they do it. I think it's, especially as someone who loves wrestling, I think it's really cool to see that incorporated still in the culture.
Yeah, definitely.
I think some people think, oh, it's fucking Hulk Hogan, it's fucking Stone Cold, but no, if you go deeper, like you said, Bruiser Brody. I think he has Mr. Perfect on there. Like, these are guys I've always loved wrestling, bro.
Yeah.
Like, watching Bruiser Brody matches. I'm kind of getting to like Abdullah the Butcher. I seen this bout, and I'm like, this motherfucker wasn't bad. I respect what he was doing. Ricky Steamboat, Brian Pillman, Justin Liger.
Yeah.
He didn't do a lot of stuff here, I guess, in America, but when he was fucking in Mexico and Japan, I think that was, man, he was putting in some great shows. The Ultimo Dragon. Yeah. The other guy I fucking really love.
He had that match with Breeze in that takeover.
He did? Yeah.
That was cool.
Definitely. How do you feel about, possibly taking your profession to Mexico?
Yeah, I'm with it. Yeah, I'm trying to travel as much as I can, you mean? Like, my goal is to wrestle in Japan, Canada, Australia, Mexico, all that, you know what I mean?
In Canada, like, I've never been there. I really don't know the wrestling scene. Is Stampede Wrestling, the Hart family, is that as big as they say it is? Like, I don't know if you're like, I don't know, how they say it. It's like they're so important to that wrestling culture. I guess the Hart family had this company for so long. Did you ever able to see how?
I ended up going to the Hart house.
The dungeon?
I got a picture, yeah. I wasn't inside, but I was on the outside. So I got a picture with like the sign that says Hart House and everything. It was pretty dope.
You know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, dude. Like, that's the kind of shit I wonder, like, do people really understand the history of the sport? The sport that I think they think that WrestleMania 3, Hogan picking up Andre. There's so much more before that. Gorgeous George, Gorilla Monsoon, fucking Mr. Bruno, even AWA, fucking Mr. Perfect, Scott Hall, and AWA, they were fucking partners.
Yeah,
shit like that, dude. Like people don't, and I'm sure like the casual, they see, especially with the kids now, they see what this product is. But back in the day, there was these fucking real. They fought every fucking day for their spot.
Yeah.
Bruno, how many times did he sell at the fucking Garden, bro? What are your dreams? Do you have? I'm sure you do. Are those one of your dreams though, to go to the Garden, go to the Mecca?
No. Well, like one of my dreams is wrestle in rob a bank. You know what I mean? Hometown, bro. That'd be dope.
That'd be so fucking crazy, bro. Do you have like a list of goals as a pro wrestler? Like, this is one thing I want to do. Like you said, wrestle abroad. Wrestle in Rabobank Arena. What other goals do you have?
So like Rabobank, I want to wrestle in Japan. That's a big goal right there. You know what I mean? I want to get signed to WWE. That's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
NXT. So yeah.
And that's, I don't know. I don't think we're giving away too much. But NXT, how does that work? You think is that like hey, we're gonna say NXT to get further training in your profession, and then when you're ready, when we feel like you're ready, then you can go on the big stage. Is that how it works?
Oh, I'm not too sure, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what kind of, and I'm sure we all hear like, oh, we got this developmental. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, are they just trying to get you to what they're looking for, their kind of athlete that they want? Just like a minor league baseball team. That's why I was always like, oh, NXT is a minor league. Like, no, dude, these guys are really Johnny Gargano.
Yeah. Tommaso,
Andrade,
like all the NXT stars.
Ciampa's my fucking guy, bro. He's just what he's overcome with his fucking injuries. Prime example that this shit's not ballet. How many times he's broken his neck, dude? Every fucking day, and he's gotten better with time.
Yeah, definitely.
I think wrestling is one of those rare. It's just like Jay-Z with rapping. Over time, they get better.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And isn't that a crazy shit, dude? Imagine where you're gonna be at in 20 years. Do you think about that a lot?
10 years at least.
At least 10 years.
Yeah.
Do you have to have a plan, especially in your career, like, well, I'm gonna be 10 years from now, where I want to be?
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, like, I got a plan right now. Like, I'm gonna wrestle out here. I'm gonna live out here in California for like 3 years, and I'm gonna try to move to Florida, wrestle out there. You know what I mean?
And just see what opportunities get there.
Meet new people, new connections, all that.
Mm-hmm. EWF, right?
Yes.
Who's their champion?
Ranchi Rico.
Yeah. How do you feel about one day trying to take what he has?
Yeah, definitely. One day I want to be the champ. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Is there like a? How did they really say who's the number one contender, who gets the next shot in line? I mean, there is a big ass line. I'm sure there's so many guys like you trying to get you where he's at. What's the process of that? Is there a ranking system? I know AEW, of course, the wins and losses fucking always matter, but they have a ranking system. The 5-0 guy is gonna go number 2 no matter who the fuck it is. Yeah. Is that how EWF is kind of set up?
Nah. I mean, you just gotta. I'm not too sure. You know what I mean? You just gotta work your way up, and you get the opportunity.
When Jesse tells you, I think you're ready.
Yeah,
that'll be cool, bro. I think that's gonna be something that we would love to see, man. I think again, every fucking bout you're out here putting your life on the line just to get that top spot and hopefully conquer this mountain to move on to the next mountain.
Yeah,
I think there is, just like in hip hop, there's levels to this shit. There's that underground, but then we just don't want to stay underground. We want to go mainstream.
Basically,
we want to get the Billboard. Even though a lot of rappers will say, "No, I'm not a Billboard rapper." Everybody loves that fucking wants to be on the Billboard. They want to see Romeo Cruz versus John Doe at fucking Madison Square Garden at fucking Rabobank Arena. I think there's just levels to that, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's fucking so cool, dude. I think it's crazy how we could kind of put hip hop and wrestling. There's still, even now, dude, there's still rappers love wrestling. You see Wale.
Yeah, Wale loves wrestling, bro. Griselda, like Westside Gunn owns a wrestling company, House of Glory, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that something you see yourself doing, bro? After you say 20 years kind of helping out other promotions, whatever, what ideas you may have. You see these young guys out here putting work in, and if you continue seeing that when you're 40, 50, maybe I could put together my own promotion one day and give them the opportunities that I didn't have when they were my age.
Maybe have a school in Bakersfield, something like that.
That'd be
dope, yeah.
Man, you gave me ideas, my G. That's how it is, bro. That's business right there, my guy. Because essentially, you are a businessman. You are, even though you do work for EWF, you are your own brand. You're the ones who's gonna go in there and put your life on the line every night.
Yeah.
So you want to get compensated. You want to be able to show the fans, I'm the one you could believe in. And I think that's something really important in wrestling, is to make the fans really see, oh, that's the motherfucker I want to root for. No matter if he's 5'8", going to get the 7-foot fucking monster stud beast. I'm always going to believe that he could overcome anything.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that's pretty cool, bro. I think we should definitely watch... Who are we going to watch today? Is it Trailer King?
Yeah, Romeo Cruz versus Trailer King.
And I think that would be cool just to kind of get your, what's going on in your mind when you're having these bouts, when you're putting it all on the line, and just kind of getting a glimpse for our listeners, man. I don't think a lot of listeners really understand the grind of pro wrestling. And
yeah,
what
the skill set, all that, man. You know what I mean?
I think it'd be a good watch, bro. So I think we should watch that and see how it goes, and then we'll go from there.
All right, man.
All right, we'll take a brief break for our sponsors. Here we go.